Alright, get ready to go, guys. Targets might switch a lot as different stuff uncloaks. Only one came through. It's kind of not a good sign, but we'll still kill the one. Okay, start shooting that, but don't worry about it too much. We're going to switch. Another one came in, so get ready to switch to whatever came in. Don't go burning towards the broadsword. Just shoot him from where you're at. Get ready for the second uncloak. Right now there's 2 extras other than the broadsword in this bubble. Alright, Drake's primary for now. Ansar and a Drake's primary for now. Okay. Ansar's primary for now, guys. There's another Drake after that.
Point.
Yep. Kill Ansar. Mitt and the other Drake secondary for now. Sissa, try to kill the Claw. Brutix is the new secondary. So Ansar and then Brutix. Ooh, Ansar is not taking nearly enough damage, guys.
Falcon.
Overheat your guns. Falcon secondary. Sajak and a Falcon secondary. I'm jammed. Jesus, fucking Falcons. Finish the Drake and then kill the Falcon. Get drones on the Falcon now if you can. Okay, Drake's down. Falcon now, guys. Still jammed. After the Falcon, the Brutix, okay? Falcon, then Brutix. Someone have a point on the Falcon?
I'm going down.
Keep tanking, buddy. Overheat.
Falcon pointed.
Overheat your shit on the Falcon if you can. Get ready to go to the Brutix next. Okay, Falcon's down. Brutix next. Actually, let's just get out. There's enough of us clear the bubble. Let's just go. Get clear of the bubble and then warp 7. Warp to a Celestial. Just warp to a Celestial.
I tanked pretty freaking good with
Yeah,
all
you
of
did,
them
man.
on
You
there.
did a good job. You did a good job.
That's it.
Try to get out, guys. Try to get out. Alright guys, welcome to another little chat about one of the fights we've had recently. This one was in Querious as usual. We had a small roam of, I believe, a Scorpion that was set up as a bait Scorpion, and then 3 Tech 1 cruisers, Rupture, Vexter, and a Hurricane, as well as 2 frigs. Well, a Flycatcher, Interdictor, and a Caldari Navy Hookbill. So we're roaming around. I just wanted to, before the fight started, give you a little bit of setup. We had roamed through this pipe that heads from the A2 entrance towards 1DH, which is a Brick Squad home system, I think. On the way through in L6, we passed Crisis and Twisted Aggression home system that had people in station, and they were wanting to kind of undock and show us their ships but not actually fight. We ended up moving past them because I was worried they were getting too organized. We got to Brick Squad space and then turned around and headed back towards the entry because I had to go. And we noticed, or I noticed on the map, that one of the systems on the way, 7V, the system we're on the gate for right here, was just about to or had picked up a couple locals on the map. It had gone to like 4 local according to the map, which was a little unusual since the pipe should have been empty. And in L6 on the way through, where there should have been 12 people, there was actually only like 4. So I had a feeling that maybe these guys had gotten together a little camp, and sure enough, when we get to this gate, we hold up and let the scout jump through, and they have a gang on the other side. So I'm going to just start the fight and talk about anything that seems relevant. So here we go. Um, we throw up a bubble as soon as the fight starts because, well, we waited to throw up the bubble till something came through, and we knew something would. I had Sissa come back to this side. I want us to fight on this side of the gate so that their jamming and whatever else doesn't have position. Their recons are forced close, their Cinnaballs are forced close. It just is better way to start the fight. Now, they uncloak a broadsword first, and this is smart. They're trying to bait us. They're trying to say, hey, shoot this broadsword as your primary because he's the first thing to uncloak. And once we start shooting him, they add a couple more people to local. It's really important, and you'll hear it in my comms, to just not take their bait, which is exactly what they did wrong fighting us. They shot the Scorpion first, which is fine. I mean, I don't think that's a huge mistake, but we should not shoot the broadsword. So we aggress it so they know we're willing to fight, and then we move to another target. In this case, a Drake uncloak second, and so that's what we're going to go for. And they pick up the Scorpion as primary, which is fine because it's got that bait tank. You can see I get jammed by jamming drones, which is sort of unfortunate. And also at the same time, Bristaco gets hung up on the gate, which is too bad because our DPS ended up being a little weak on this Drake. But anyway, we're going to work on the Drake, and then as you start seeing targets come into local, we're reprioritizing. And what we'd like to be shooting right now is the Brutix rather than the Drake because it's more DPS and less tank. So I wanted to make that switch, but then once the fight gets going a little bit, we add a couple Falcons, and then the Falcons are just going to be the thing that we have to focus on. Now, I'm worried when I see the DPS this low. Ideally, when you have 6 people, your DPS is high enough to pick off targets pretty quickly. Like, this Drake really should have been dead already, and I'm not sure why DPS was so low. I guess it was just because we really only had 3 cruisers, and because Bristaco was hung up on the gate. But ideally, that Drake is down by now, and we're able to switch to the Falcon immediately. But that's fine, and they throw up their own bubble with the broadsword here, so for the most part, everything's in the bubble. Now, what's weird to me is their gang is really spread out, which is a huge benefit to us. You can see they kind of have ships scattered all over the place, and it means their DPS is going to be a little thinned, but still it's enough for them to kill Zeraxel, and he's going to go down in that Scorpion pretty soon. And after that point, we really don't have anything that can tank, which is kind of bad news because they have a lot of people, and we'll just get wiped off the field pretty quick. But we're headed over to the Falcon now. It's a good idea. Obviously, you have to take those off the field early. You might notice they had another Falcon on the field right here at the bottom of my overview. And I don't know if he's jamming at this point, but he burned away from the gate and tried to get range kind of more than trying to jam. And we do get caught up to this Falcon, start burning him down. Whenever you get on top of a Falcon like this, or a lot of other recons, it's a really good time for heat, because they're going to get a jam on you eventually. And if they don't, they're going to die really fast, and heat just helps that. So it's a perfect time for heat. And then here, I actually think my overview is a little bugged. You can see this Hurricane coming in real close on the right there, and he looks like he's only about 5k away, but on the overview it says he's 26k away, and I'm not sure what the deal with that is. But anyway, here I was thinking we could go in for another target since I'm not taking much damage, and it doesn't look like anyone is. But then I realized we're actually pretty close to the edge of this bubble, and most of the bad guys are not. So I just decided to get us out, have everyone just burn away, and so that's what's happening now. And we're able to warp off with Interdictor, our Caldari Navy hookbill, and 2 of our cruisers intact. So we lost a battleship, a battle cruiser, and 1 cruiser, and traded it for a battle cruiser and a Falcon, which is favorable ISK-wise for us. And obviously we were sort of working against numbers odds, both in terms of ISK invested and in terms of numbers of ships. So I don't know, I hope that gives you some ideas about engaging groups like that. I think the most important thing that happened in the fight, 2 most important things, were realizing we were going to get a fight so we didn't kind of blunder our way into that system, and then also forcing them to fight on our side is really, really important in that fight. And so is the bait Scorpion. That's something that's cool to have. Anyway, as always, hit me with questions if you got them. Peace.